Welcome to Kyle Anthony's UFC betting show. I am Kyle Anthony, and welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the bet review show for UFC 243, Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whitaker. We're going to talk about our two free plays, a great night. Ended up hitting both bets here. Another cash in over the last 5 events. We are 8-3 on our plays given out. So we're really on a nice run here, hitting some nice plus money plays. So let's go over the two plays that we had. The first play we're going to talk about is on the main event of the evening between Robert Whitaker and Israel Adesanya. Now, this was a great fight here, and if you want to see my entire breakdown, I will put a link above. You can click on it, take a look at the prediction show. But really here, the big thing for me was that I really like just the skill set and the range and overall what he's going to be able to do against Robert Whitaker, who's faced 4 straight wrestlers who do not have the skill set and the striking that Israel had. And that was a big thing for me that I just didn't like that. Also, as well as the 16-month layoff from Robert Whitaker. Not that, again, that's an end-all, be-all, but a lot of red flags for me when you're taking a look at Robert Whitaker. At the time, you had Robert Whitaker, who was a minus 125, and you had Israel Adesanya, who was a plus 116. Good plus money there. I thought that the odds were nice as well. And when you go into this fight, you take a look at it, I mean, he really did exactly what he was looking to do. Israel, I thought, was extremely calm. I thought maybe that early dance that he was doing coming out, I did not like that. That was something that, again, he even talked about it at the press conference, at the post press conference, and said, he knew that was going to piss people off, but he didn't care. And that really shows that his confidence and just his calmness of himself going into that fight. I mean, a fight we got almost 60,000 people in the arena. He's the away guy coming into someone else's, enemy territory, and able to go out there and just really, really be confident. And that is something that he had 70 plus, kickboxing fights. So a lot of that is really going to help him go into a fight like this. So early in that fight, I think, Robert Whitaker was landing. Not that he was landing big shots, but I thought it was pretty even. But I also thought that something that Israel was going to be doing was he was going to be relaxed. He was not going to be going out there. He knew that Robert was going to be coming in there and trying to throw the big shots, get the pressure, and the skill set that he possesses is, in my opinion, very close to Kelvin Gastelum. And Kelvin Gastelum, who just fought Israel, I thought was a perfect person for Israel to be fighting before fighting for this title. I thought it was a really great setup for a guy who's going to pressure, a guy who's going to be looking to move forward, who has power, not scared to move forward, and it was a great opportunity for him to really kind of really train for a guy and then almost train for the same guy, continuing to move forward when he fought Robert, and landed a big shot at the end of that round. I thought it was actually over. I was actually celebrating, thought that, game, set, match, fight's over, very close, and even it looked like there was a little confusion there, but obviously it didn't. And I thought that first round was pretty much down the middle. I mean, I think you could have given that before that knockdown. You could have given it either way, but that big knockdown definitely gave him that first round. And into that second round, I thought that was when he really started to get in the pocket, started to really leverage himself, and you saw how I thought it was really sensational, how when Whitaker was basically missing a lot, and when that last sequence where Israel ended up landing the check hook, that was just, you saw Robert miss a bunch of times, and just how smoothly Israel just was able to back out and throw a combination. I mean, and he landed it right on the button, and a lot of people said that Israel does not have the power. He doesn't have the power to put people out. And that's, I think that's, a hit or miss kind of thing, depending on who he's fighting. But the precision, the actual precision that he has with those shots was sensational. So he ends up going into that second round, putting Robert Whitaker away in I think, very impressive fashion for a guy now who's continually be undefeated, 18-0, moving forward. Now they're talking about him fighting Paulo Costa, and I think that's going to be a heck of a fight. 2 undefeated guys. Not sure who I would look at, betting-wise yet, but I think that's going to be a great fight. So Israel Adesanya gets us to cash in on our main play at plus 116. And the other play that we had was on the co-main event between Ally Quinta and Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker, I ended up getting him at a minus 135. That line ended up moving up to minus 165. And then Ally Quinta was ranging around that plus 130, 125, kind of depending on where you're shopping him. And the thing we liked about Dan Hooker, again, was the same kind of thing that we liked about Israel, about his range, his reach. Definitely all of that was going to be a big part of this. And a big part also for me was going to be that, Ally Quinta just does not have that great entry combination. He doesn't really, he's not creative. He doesn't really bring much of that. He likes to brawl, and he's a tough guy, and he's able to, really get in there. He's got some wrestling skills. But a guy like Dan Hooker, I think, and again, we talked about in the prediction show, was that, it was going to be like the Donald Cerrone fight. It was going to be like the Donald Cerrone fight where Donald Cerrone was able to, although Donald Cerrone has better weapons than Dan Hooker, but definitely that's a path to victory. Work him from the outside. Keep moving. Work some of the leg kicks. Work your shots. And that was, you saw early, he was landing some of those big leg kicks. It definitely made even Ally Quinta, who is a little bit more on the flat-footed side already, make him even more of a hitting target. And again, he's very hittable. And you saw in this fight, the way he was early on, landing those big leg kicks, landing some big shots. That first round I thought was pretty close. Then again, he lands the big shot at the end of that round, which changed, I think, the face of that entire fight, because going to that second round, it was just more big shots landed from Dan Hooker from top to bottom. He was able to really continually keep keep the movement, and he was, again, very calm as well. And both of these guys, Dan Hooker and Israel, trained together. They're best friends apparently, and they're very close. But they fought very similar to each other against two other people that are, very highly capable pressure fighters, but able to be very calm in the pocket and be able to just keep the distance, work the angles, work the combinations, and keep moving around. And Dan Hooker did that from beginning to end. He was able to pretty much sweepingly, I think it was 30-27 on every judge's scorecard. Felt good to get another cash in there. So Dan Hooker gets us to cash in also. So we had both. We were able to hit, again, 8-3 over the last 5 events. Had a lot of plus money plays. We had Cannonier at plus 210. Now we've got Israel Adesanya here. We've got some other nice plays as well that, we're not looking to give out the minus 400s, minus 500s. Sometimes there's value there, but to be honest with you, that's not something that I'm looking to dissect into. I throw those in sometimes into big parlays if I feel that there's an opportunity where a fighter can leverage himself. But if we're looking at just solid plays, and I always think that there's a great opportunity to get your money in a strong position when you're looking at those even money fights where there's a little bit closer, and a lot of times you can find that edge if you're going to be able to cap it right. So we will move on to the next event on Thursday. We'll have the prediction show out there. Another fun fight. The main event I'm excited to talk about. Great breakdown I'm going to be giving you guys. And if you definitely enjoy this content, want to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely let me know how you guys are doing down in the comment section. So I will see you Thursday at the prediction show. And this is Kyle Anthony's UFC betting show, and I'll see you Thursday.